Let's talk about field experiences. So one of the requirements of the child development program is that in basically every class except for 1103, the child development professional, which you've likely already taken, field experiences are required. For those of you who are already working in a facility, this is of course not a problem at all. You're at work every day. Those of you who are not will need to find somewhere to volunteer for about an hour a week over 16 weeks to get your field experiences, because 16 hours of field experiences are required per course. So if you are not working somewhere and you need help finding somewhere to volunteer, then just reach out to me and I'll do my best I can to do that. They will likely require a background check, so that's something we need to get on very quickly. If you have been with us before, you filled out a facility agreement. If you haven't, you need to get with me about that as well. But you filled out a facility agreement with you and your supervisor and director agreeing that they were going to let you do your field experiences wherever you are. So I should have that on file in your portfolio. If your site has changed, if you changed jobs or changed sites, I'll need you to fill out a new agreement. So please get with me about that. So your hours log for this semester looks like this. Your name, your signature, where you're conducting your field work, your supervisor's name, and phone number, and then date, hours you worked, a brief description of what you did during that time, and your supervisor's signature on each of these. I know that this has happened in the past. Please do not put 2 8-hour workdays down and be done with your field experience log. We have this brief description area because I want you to be thinking about the things that we're learning in this class and actually record some times that pertain to that. That should not be difficult to do in a 16-week period, to find 1 hour a week that you're doing something that pertains to this class. That's if you're working. If you're volunteering somewhere 1 hour a week, put your 16 hours that you're there. And it's not your fault if when you go volunteer, they're not doing something that pertains to this class. I get that, but let's be a little bit more dedicated than sometimes we've been in the past about what's going on in the field experiences. So I'm going to want you to print it off and fill it in by hand. Please don't type it in, because that just doesn't look as real to me as when you say, okay, here's what I did this time, and here's my supervisor's signature for these hours. So print it off and fill it in by hand, and then when you're done, you'll scan it as a PDF and submit it that way. Again, just like I said, well, no, this isn't the same. Only hours spent working with children in a classroom may be logged. For example, degree candidates who are directors can only log hours when they are working directly with children, not time spent doing administrative work. Degree candidates who work in the kitchen, for example, or sometimes I have bus drivers, need to get out of the kitchen and spend time in the classroom. And those are the only hours you can log. The whole point of these is for you to be working with children. So please only log those hours. Like I said before, please don't log 2 8-hour workdays or 4 4-hour workdays. You get where I'm going with this. The brief description column, we talked about that. Okay, degree candidates can and should include time spent working with children and or families for the purpose of the key assessment. Not while you're writing about your key assessment, but time actually spent with families and children for the key assessment is fine. Please expect to have random check-in, that I will randomly check in with the person who signed your facility agreement in order to ensure integrity of all field hours logged. Obviously, this is not an issue for most of you, and I know that most of you are very trustworthy, but you know, every now and then there's that one who changes things for everybody. And so we've got to be really diligent about this. And so just expect that at some point in the semester, I'll be reaching out to your supervisor or director to visit with them about your field experiences. So I'll try to tell them I'll try to be fast. I know they're busy when I reach out, but yeah, that will be the case. So then you'll submit them in the last week of class. And that is it about field experiences. Please reach out if you have any questions.